Stalking Charges in New York by attorney Andrew M. Stengel. Stalking charges in New York involve allegations of a pattern of following or repeatedly contacting another person that causes a reasonable fear of harm. There are 4 degrees of stalking charges in New York: stalking in the first, second, third, and 4th degrees. The first and second degree crimes are a felony. The 3rd and 4th degree crimes are a misdemeanor. Most of New York's stalking charges require an allegation of a course of conduct directed at a specific person. Course of conduct is not defined in New York law, but one alleged incident does not mean the definition. Therefore, New York stalking charges must include a series of allegations, such as following another person repeatedly or contacting a person repeatedly against a person's wishes. An order of protection will be issued by a judge during a stalking charges prosecution. The order bans a person from contacting a protected party by any means such as phone, email, text message, and even social media. The order also requires the person to stay away from the home, school, and workplace of the protected party. Violating the order can lead to criminal contempt charges. During the case, the order will be referred to as a temporary order of protection, and it will be renewed every 6 months while a case is ongoing. Barring dismissal of the charges, a final order of protection is commonly included in the outcome of a case and will be in effect following sentencing for 6 months or 1 year for an ACD, 2 years for a violation, 5 years for a misdemeanor, and 8 years for a felony. Stalking in the 4th degree is a Class B misdemeanor and involves 3 kinds of allegations. The crime is charged when a person intentionally, and for no legitimate purpose, engages in a course of conduct and knows or reasonably should know that the conduct is likely to cause reasonable fear of material harm to the physical health, safety, or property of a person, a member of the person's immediate family, or a third party, causes material harm to the mental or emotional health of a person, where the conduct involves following, telephoning, or initiating communication or contact with the person, a member of the person's immediate family, or a third party the person is acquainted with, and the person was previously clearly informed to cease that conduct, or is likely to cause a person to reasonably fear that his or her employment, business, or career is threatened, where the conduct consists of appearing, telephoning, or initiating communication or contact at the person's place of employment or business, and the actor was previously clearly informed to cease that conduct. Stalking in the 4th degree is a Class B misdemeanor. The maximum penalty is 90 days in jail. An experienced defense attorney may be able to obtain dismissal of stalking charges through motions, depending on the nature of the allegations. Possible plea bargains to stalking in the 4th degree charges include an adjournment in contemplation of dismissal, or ACD, or to a violation, either harassment in the 2nd degree or disorderly conduct. An ACD is dismissed and sealed in either 6 months or 1 year. Both harassment and disorderly conduct are violations, and a conviction does not result in a criminal record. Stalking in the 3rd degree is a Class A misdemeanor, and the maximum penalty is 1 year in jail. The crime either involves fear of the commission of certain crimes against a person, or a repeat stalking conviction. The crime is charged when, with intent to harass, annoy, or alarm somebody, a person intentionally engages in a course of conduct directed at another that is likely to cause the person to reasonably fear physical injury or a serious physical injury, the commission of a sex crime, or kidnapping, unlawful imprisonment, or death of a person or a member of the person's immediate family. Stalking in the third degree is also charged as a repeat offense if a person commits the fourth degree crime against 3 or more people in 3 or more separate acts within the past 10 years, or any person, and has been convicted within the past 10 years of a predicate crime, and the victim of the predicate crime is the victim or an immediate family member of the victim of the present offense. Stalking in the third degree is a Class A misdemeanor with a penalty of up to 1 year in jail. An experienced stalking lawyer may be able to obtain an ACD or a plea bargain to harassment or disorderly conduct. Stalking in the second degree is a Class E felony and either involves an aggravated allegation or a recidivist offense. 2 of the aggravated provisions of the crime require an allegation of the third degree crime and using a firearm or what appears to be a firearm, or being at least 21 and the complaining witness is less than 14. 2 of the prior conviction provisions of the second degree crime are the fourth degree crime with 2 prior convictions, or a conviction of a predicate crime like a sex offense within the past 5 years and committing the third degree crime against the same person. The crime is a Class E felony with a maximum jail sentence of 1 1/3 to 4 years and a minimum of 1 to 3 years without a prior felony conviction, but jail is not mandatory. Stalking in the first degree is a Class D felony. The crime is charged in 2 circumstances: when a person is accused of stalking in the second or third degree, causing reasonable fear, and intentionally or recklessly causes physical injury to the victim of the crime, or commits a sex crime that is classified as an A misdemeanor, Class E, or Class D felony. The crime has a minimum sentence of 2 years in prison and a maximum of 7 years for a first felony conviction, followed by 1.5 to 3 years post-release supervision, but a lesser prison sentence or no prison is a possibility. Former New York prosecutor Andrew M. Stengel is an experienced and knowledgeable lawyer for stalking charges. Andrew M. Stengel is a skilled trial attorney, a diligent investigator, and aggressive advocate. Whether the case involves an allegation of stalking or any other criminal charge or investigation, Andrew M. Stengel provides skilled and vigorous legal advice and representation. For more information, visit the website of Andrew M. Stengel, www.stengel.com, or send an email to info@stengellaw.com. Attorney advertising. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.